Good afternoon. The obvious question is how did we get started with this and why do we stick with this strategy? Um, for me, after I retired, it was a bit of an awakening. I don't have a pension or anything like that. It was just I made good money and put some away, 401k, other savings, and I have to live off my investments. And I realized pretty quickly that stocks and mutual funds really don't produce cash per se, or at least not at a decent rate. And my older brother showed me options trading, which basically pays cash when you do the trade without reducing your principal, which is very attractive to me. So I guess there's four main criteria that drove me to this strategy. One, it's really good returns. I mean, why else do it? If I'm not making 8, 10, 12% on a conservative basis, much more on more aggressive trades, it's not worth doing. Secondly, it is a very conservative approach. I am only dealing with blue chip stocks that I am willing to own at a price point where they're going to pay me 3 or 4% dividend. Third is extremely time flexible. And by that, you can either make it a hobby where you enjoy playing with it, as I do, and I usually trade, maybe from 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning, kind of play around in the market. But if I'm going to go fishing or I've got people visiting, I could not touch it for a week, and there's no risk for me. If you put longer out trades, you could go for more than a week. So that is very attractive to me that I'm not chained to the computer like a day trader where I've got to be there minute by minute, hour by hour. And lastly, I like the fact that it's not complicated. There's no advanced analytics that you have to perform. There are very simple guidelines to follow. And as long as you stay within those boundaries of working with blue chip stocks that pay a reasonable dividend, it's a conservative, high yielding strategy. And that truly appealed to me.
For me, obviously, I started while I was still working, so all of the items that Joel just went through were very, very appealing to me. But I could do it still while I was working a full-time job. I could do my research, set up my trades, and everything else, so I could get going. A couple other great components that I like about it is the stock doesn't have to go up for me to make money. When I sell a put, if the stock stays the same, even if it goes down a little bit, I still get my premium that I collected. So just like, a house at a casino, I'm stacking the odds in my favor to win. The other components that I really liked is I get paid in cash. It's not paper gains. Yep. It's not, hey, I got to wait for XYZ stock to go up, then sell that stock to realize those gains. Or potentially, if the stock crashes before I sell it, I lose those gains. I get that cash today as soon as I sell that premium, which is very good. I find selling options is much more flexible than owning the stock. And again, just as I stated before, it's more defensive when the market goes down. It's very capital efficient. When I started, most of my money was in my 401k at work, so I couldn't touch it. So I had to start a brokerage account on the side and a couple little Roth accounts. And because of the leverage and the way the efficiency is, you can do very well in small accounts and generate real cash income. Like everything, there is some downside. It's not exciting. You're not going to go and tell everybody, hey, I bought Bitcoin at 2,000 and sold it at 60. But the flip side of it is you're not going to buy Bitcoin at 60,000 and watch it go down to 2,000. So that's always a good thing.
There's that.
And again, owning an option to me is less risky than actually owning the stock. And if there is a market downturn, the options available to try and squirm out of that trade without getting hurt. If you own the stock, you simply just have to wait for it to come back or sell it and take the loss. Yeah. With an option, I have other avenues that I could try and generate some yield while I wait for the stock to recover.
Sure.
So, some great things.
All right, well, that's our rationale. We hope you learn more about it and take a good look at subscribing to the program. Thanks.
Thank you.